Education has been very crucial to every human being in order to provide the head start in life they need for the path towards a prosperous future. However, due to the fast spread of the coronavirus COVID-19, which started in December 2019, has recently had profound influence on the underpinnings of this distinctive ecosystem, raising questions about the consequences for higher education. COVID-19 pandemic has caused the largest disruption of education in history, especially students in Malaysia, and the main focus here is for university students. Students live and learn near to one another on college and university campuses. There are also vibrant cultural centers where students from many countries congregate. As a consequence, all education institutions such as schools and universities had to close in order to reduce the possibility of people getting infected by COVID-19 virus. It cannot be denied that the impact of COVID-19 gives a negative impact towards students and indirectly affects the future labor force. In order to continue their learning, lecturers and students have to adapt with online distance learning (ODL), which is a new thing in their life, which is sometimes hard to adapt because of the internet issues, having problems with online learning tools. As a result of that, it impacts on the university students psychologically, such as the rising stress levels and the increase in the number of students who have anxiety. The first impact of COVID-19 towards higher education is withdrawal of students from university due to the stress level that keep rising. One factor that influences student withdrawal is mental health issues. It is discovered that students' anxiety level rise under movement control orders (MCO), and thus may influence their mental condition. This will lead to lack of motivation for students to pursue their studies in university. Based on this graph, engineering students are more likely to withdraw from university with 65.2%, and this is because the engineering students are unable to cope with e-learning during MCO for engineering subjects and prefer face-to-face learning. The second impact is confidence level of students decrease. Since students are not able to return to their campus, it makes them feel lonely since they are learning alone as compared to before the COVID-19 pandemic. As a result of this led to the decreasing confidence level of students. This is because students could not communicate face-to-face with each other during online distance learning and instead had to communicate only through the internet. This will make them feel bad when things are going back to normal, since they will lack the skill to communicate with people in the future. The outcomes of COVID-19 on higher education is towards the labor force, since many students from university have withdrawn from their study. Hence, this will give an impact towards the future labor force. If this scenario continues, our future workforce will have problems related to employed workers in an organization due to lack of labor skills among future generations. The future generation who face the phase of ODL will have a hard time adapting with work that requires them to communicate with their colleagues. The current labor force participation rate in Malaysia is 68.6% in 2021. Accordingly, the labor force participation rate (LFPR) in 2021 rose by 0.2 percentage points to 68.6% compared to 2022 68.4%. Unemployment rate is one of the macroeconomic that related to this issue. Unemployment rate in 2021 increased slightly to 4.6% as compared to the previous year. The unemployment rate in 2021 increased slightly by 0.1 percentage point to record 4.6% as the battle against the pandemic continued during the year. Year-on-year basis, the number of unemployed persons went up by 3.1%. As for the youth unemployment rate, the unemployment rate for youth aged 15 to 24 years reduced by 0.7 percentage points. The unemployment rate for adults aged 25 to 64 years rose by 0.1 percentage point to 3.1% as compared to 2022, that is 3.0%.
It's currently 8 a.m. The weather outside is cold, dark, grey and miserable, which is a reflection of my mood today, to be honest. I have no other plans today, and it's going to be just like every other day, a day spent alone. To us, it's been 3 days of just lights out, blinds down, and just the only time I ever leave bed is to go to the bathroom. You just feel like lifeless in a way, just feel just like dead.
To sum up this issue, the COVID-19 crisis really gave an impact to university students as they are our future workforce in the economy. The battle against the pandemic prolonged into 2021. Therefore, the economic as well as the labour market recovery process to some extent was hindered due to the impact of the pandemic. Consequently, the Malaysian labour market remains in a challenging situation due to uncertainties. Apart from that, the implementation of full lockdown nationwide in June 2021 gave some hurdles to the labour market.